Hey, what's up guys? In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to fit the bumper bar on the Mini R56. Right, so first of all I'm going to line up the bumper bar. I'm going to attach that onto the radiator support, line everything up as best as I can, and then tighten up the nuts. And then if there's anything that has to be moved around afterwards, then we can adjust it, we can make some fine adjustments as we go. So on the top part of the crash bar there is 6 nuts that attach to the radiator support and onto the chassis leg. So we just make sure that these are all hand tight at the moment until everything is lined up as required. Also a little screw, little torque screw that goes in here so that everything lines up properly. There's one on this side as well. And underneath here, this has to line up. Okay, and that's it through there now. And if you look at the other side, here, this has to line up as well. And that's it through now, okay? So it's just a case of tightening everything up. And we've also got a bolt that has to come through from the back here. One here, one down here, and pretty much it's a Torx bolt. I think it's also a 13mm or something like that on the outside. So we'll see how we go with that. We're tightening it up. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tighten up the 3 13mm bolts at the top, at the left and the right hand side, and then the 2 bolts which are down at the bottom left hand side and then the bottom right hand side, and then there'll be 2 Torx screws that I need to put in that will attach the bumper bar onto the radiator support, and then everything then should be lined up. And there's also 2 10mm bolts that attach the radiator support onto the wings or the fenders or the guards, depending where you are in the world. So we've got one here and we've got one here. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line everything up as best I can and then proceed to tighten it all. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tighten these two torque screws, one here and one there. You just go nice and gently with these. We don't want to over tighten them. And the next two bolts are going to be onto the guards or the wings or the fenders here. So what I've done prior to taking off the radiator support, I marked it there with a permanent marker, and that way I know that the bolt, when I line it up, I know exactly where everything has to go, and in that way there's not going to be any gaps when everything's bolted up, back up together. So that's where it needs to go. And then it's just a case of tightening it up. I want to over tighten this just enough. And then I'll get the torque settings later on and get around all the nuts and bolts at the end. Okay? And then it's just a case of fitting the protective foam. That just lines up here, and we need to make sure that this holds here so that we can fit the tow ball, the tow hook. If there's ever a time that this car needs to be towed, the tow hook goes through here, goes through the actual bumper. So we've got to make sure that this is on the right way. And that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.